Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the University of New England's Westbrook College of Health Professions Graduate Hooding Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand as we welcome the students and faculty of the Westbrook College of Health Professions School of Social Work, class of 2017.
Good afternoon. My name is Betsy Francis Connolly, and it is my great delight and privilege to be the Dean of Westbrook College of Health Professions. I applaud all of you for making it here today on this lovely New England wintry day. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our graduate student hooding ceremony. This ceremony signifies the end of a journey for our students, recognizes their academic achievements, and marks the start of a new journey into the professional role of a social worker. We're very proud of our graduates, and I congratulate each and every one of you. You may be seated. This is an important day of festivities. In sociology, we call this a marker event, the day that you transition from a UNE student to a healthcare professional. You become a member of an elite group, a college graduate. Only 30% of adults in the United States hold a bachelor's degree, and only 10% have a graduate degree. This is truly an honor. What we know is that these achievements don't happen in a vacuum. You don't do this alone. You have the camaraderie of your classmates who have probably become like a second family. There's the support of friends and loved ones who help prop you up on all those days of angst and self-doubt, who cheer you on, who provide both emotional and financial resources to ensure your success. So please give your loved ones a round of applause to thank them today. And then there's your faculty, who challenge you, encourage you to do your best, and inspire you. From this day forward, they become not only your teacher, but also your guide and your colleague. A salute to the incredible faculty that we have in our School of Social Work here. Like other marker events, holidays, funerals, weddings, there are rituals associated with that help us celebrate and honor the occasion. For commencement, our rituals are associated with wearing academic regalia, whose shape, markings, and colors all have significance that are unique to the academic institution, the country, and the degree conferred. This regalia dates back to medieval Europe, and we proudly carry on these traditions today. We're also carrying on another custom, and that's the custom of hooding to signify an advanced degree. So with any other marker event, I invite you to continue to take a deep breath, look around, take a mental picture of this day, this weekend, and savor all that you have accomplished. Feel the joy. I know the parents and your loved ones in the audience today and your faculty are feeling immense pride in your achievements. When you receive your diploma, you'll note that it'll say something to the effect of, in recognition of this degree, you will have all the rights and privileges and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. The rights and privileges are self-evident. Upon passing your licensing exams, you can practice as a social worker. However, the responsibilities may be less clear. And I believe, as one of the educated elite, it is your responsibility to give back, to think about all the ways in which you might do this throughout your career. Perhaps it's through volunteer work at the local food pantry or homeless center. Maybe it's to mentor the next generation of social workers or be a servant leader in your professional organization. There are a myriad of ways, both big and small, that you will make a difference. You have much to be proud of, and I want to share with you one of my favorite definitions of success. It's often attributed to Emerson, but can be traced back to Bessie Stanley. Sort of something, there's always a woman behind. Yeah. Okay, so success. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is to have succeeded. May you know much success in your lives. And as Garrison Keillor says, be well, do good work, and keep in touch. My best to all of you. Congratulations. And now I'd like to introduce to you the Director of the School of Social Work, Dr. Shelley Cohen Conrad.
Well, hello, and thank you all for being here. I'm a little under the weather, so you may not get my usual crazy enthusiasm, but you know how much I feel it, right? Okay. So, today is your day. It's time to exhale, accept the praise. I don't want to hear any, oh, no, no, no. Accept all the praise you can get today and celebrate with those you love who are all around you. You've submitted your last assignments. You've jumped through all the appropriate hoops. You've said goodbye to registration glitches and obtained all the proper requisites to become professional social workers. Congratulations. We are all so proud now to call you colleagues, and I would ask you to applaud yourselves. So tomorrow, you will officially begin to practice your profession. And with this next step in mind, I'd like to offer a few remarks that are prompted by a 2004 speech given by Ruth Grossman Dean, Simmons College Emeritus, and one of my personal mentors, and many of you may have already read some of her articles. In it, she asked two interrelated questions, and the first one is, what has happened to the world? And the second one is, what are the implications for social work practice? So Ruth's questions are as compellingly relevant to social work practice today as they were 12 years ago when she delivered that speech, to the Chicago Urban League's Youth Investment Program, and in some respects, her words were quite prophetic. In regard to question 1, what has happened to the world? In 2004, Ruth predicted that social work would move away from social care and community advocacy towards efficiency. She was concerned about the impact of overemphasis on evidence and costs and outcome-driven programs, and would have on our social work mission that is really about to improve the quality of human lives, no matter how messy they are, and no matter how unpredictable. She worried about the advent of communication technology and how it might interfere with developing mutuality and human connectedness. She predicted increases in local, national, and global violence that would rock the stability of our international and cross-cultural relationships. And lastly, Ruth expressed deep concern that the factors thus stated would impede critical thought, curiosity, and our capacities for empathy, all essential elements of social work practice. The challenges Ruth so aptly predicted in 2004 have profound implications for contemporary social work practice. But I would contend that all of you are well equipped to confront these challenges. All of us on this stage know that you are very ready to make your good on your pledge, as Dennis Salibi put it, to become foot soldiers in the fight for social and economic justice, and you're going to do it in the neighborhood, in the community, globally, in the school, in the clinic, in the boardroom, in the legislature, wherever and with whomever you will choose to work. You are educated and trained in many modalities with people and systems using a variety of methods. You are prepared to address everyday problems as well as come together with others to address unspeakable and unimaginable crises affecting people and communities here and across the globe. And you will do so with the understanding that there are no simple solutions to complicated problems and no one answer for all that you encounter. You are creative, you are smart, you are flexible, and you understand the intersectionality of strengths and problems in all of our lives. You appreciate complexity, you tolerate uncertainty, and you all know that kindness is an essential social work skill. You equally respect the many roles that we play in program development, community practice, legislation, as researchers, as well as support and counseling for those who seek our assistance. Our roles are powerfully interwoven, creating what I call an invincible tapestry that represents the beauty and diversity of our profession. You are the social workers of the future who will dream and turn those dreams into realities. Many of you have already done that through such things as Women United Around the World, in the Cumberland County Jail, My Sister's Keeper, and Bridging Gaps for Social Inclusion. Some of you have put it into teaching through courses such as Writing as a Tool for Change, and for presentations for the Interprofessional Education Collaborative that speak to domestic violence and the immigrant and refugee experience. All of you have contributed in your field and with your classmates generating new knowledge and productive dialogue that keeps with our school's mission. This is where I cry. Ruth would be very proud, and I am very proud of all of you. So I'll end with words of advice from another one of my social work heroes, Wanda Anderson, right here, clinical associate professor. Many of you, I think you, the online students, are familiar with Wanda's words of wisdom, which she posts at the end of each semester. And this is, in effect, your very last semester. So here are her words. Live your life in such a way that if others were to talk badly about you, no one would believe them. Hold true to your ethical code even when times are tough. And I've modified this one a little bit, Wanda. I hope you don't mind. And always, always, always be passionate about your profession. Thank you, and the best of luck. It is my great pleasure to introduce Danny Bell, who will be giving his remarks for the campus-based program. Danny.
Good afternoon. So my name is Danny Bell. I'm an on-campus social work student, and I've been really nervous about giving this speech, so bear with me. And sat for a long time today with my thoughts, and I'll just kind of say when I received an email saying that I was going to be the student speaker, I was really I was extremely humbled by that. Mainly because like the students I've been to class with, I'm so like impressed by my students that I really look up to my fellow students. So I'm really honored to be here, and especially with like the quality of faculty. So I'm just blown away, and I don't know. So I have some notes here. I don't know if I'll abide by those or not, but I'll try my best. And I think this is just like an absolute perfect day to be here with the snow. And so I guess I'll start with, I really can't believe I'm here today. 5 years ago, my life looked radically different than it was. And if you don't believe that, you can ask my family. They're here today. And so it's a surreal experience for me to be here. And what really helped me was that there was social workers in my life at the time who really believed in me. And as the dean had said, I have not done this on my own. And so for me to be in a profession where I can offer that to other people and be a healing relationship holds incredible meaning for me. So there are people who have helped me in the program, and I'm not going to name them by name because everybody's helped me, and that's like the social worker in me, so I'm not going to name people like specifically, but I will share this. I was doing a year-long research project, and I was going to interview students on campus to gather data, and I remember like people were so willing to meet with me and to share that time with me, and for someone, and this program is really demanding, so for someone to be able to take the time and offer that to me kind of really speaks to the character of the students we have here today. And I feel really good about what we're going to do in the future and like what you guys are going to do. I think I have like solace in that. Like I feel comfortable that my fellow students are going to go out there, and I know you're going to do awesome work. And I think it was a year ago, I had just started this program, and I was talking to this guy I know in the community, and this guy's he builds houses, and he was asking me like, Danny, what are you doing? You know, what are you up to these days? And he's also a very close talker, and he's got like really long nose hairs, which like, you know, so he's like a real, you know, he's a blue-collar guy, and he was asking me this, and I told him, well, I'm going to school to get my master's degree, and he said, you know, Danny, your education, like, is something that can never be taken away from you. And when I think about the cost of education, and there was times when I was like, what am I doing here spending all this money? I think that probably runs through most of our heads at one point. And now when I realize that the experience that I've been given here and the relationships I have formed, there can't be a price tag put on that. You know, that stuff is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. And like I said, this program is not easy. To complete a master's degree in 16 months is very demanding. And I know that we've all sacrificed a lot to get here. And I've heard you guys talk about that class, so I know. So I'm gonna finish with a quote from Viktor Frankl, and he's one of my favorite kind of philosophers. And for those of you who don't know, he was a psychiatrist who survived through the concentration camps and kind of developed a philosophy of life, and it said that a person's primary motivation is finding meaning in his or her life. So this is a quote from him, and I thought it was really fitting. I just found it this morning at the last minute. But he says, don't aim at success. The more you aim at it and make it a target, the more you are going to miss it. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It must ensue. And it only does so as the unintended side effect of one's personal dedication to a cause greater than oneself. And that, for me, that's like what social work is. It's a cause greater than myself. Or the byproducts of one's surrender to a person other than oneself. Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. You have to let it happen by not caring about it. I want you to listen to what your conscience commands you to do and go on to carry it out to the best of your knowledge. Then you will live to see that in the long run, I say, success will follow you precisely because you have forgotten to think about it. And again, I just want to really thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. And I'm really excited to be collaborators with you moving forward. And I know I've really made friendships here that are going to stay with me for the rest of my life. So thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Danny. That was great. And now I'd like to introduce Jordan Matthews, who's going to come and speak, give remarks on from our online program.
Hello, everyone. That was definitely a tough act to follow. Good afternoon. I am truly honored to be speaking to you all today. When I was first asked to speak by my field instructor, Leslie Yaffa, I was like, no, I can't do it. I don't do public speaking. It's not my thing. I did it when I had to do it, but I just wasn't going to do it. But something inside of me was like, you were asked to do this, so just think about it. So I thought about it for a few days, and I decided, you know what, I'm really honored to have been asked to do it, so here I am. The decision to attend grad school with the University of New England was honestly the best decision I have ever made. When I was finishing up my undergrad, I was trying to decide, do I want to go to grad school? Do I want to continue with my education? And I really wanted to. My life was not in a position where I could relocate, so my only option was really going to be online. I had taken a few online classes here and there, but I just didn't know if I could commit to it. So I started researching to see, what school might be the best option for me. And when I started researching University of New England, I realized it had a lot of qualities that I really, wanted to strive for and wanted to pursue my education with them. So when I started the application process, I was really blown away by all the help from the admissions staff. They were very helpful. As you all know, it's really difficult when you're applying for school. You have to submit tons of papers and write essays, and it can be really stressful. So it was very stress-free, which was very nice. So when I started the program, every course I took had an amazing professor teaching it. I'm the student who will email my professor multiple times a week to get clarity, to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I never felt as though I was annoying or a nuisance. My questions were always answered respectfully, and I was always, comfortable emailing my professors. So during my time, I took some really awesome courses. A few that stick out to me the most are the Advanced Psychosocial Assessment, Homelessness and Social Work in the Creative Arts. And I think those courses stick out to me the most because especially regarding homelessness. I work with the homeless population now, and I think we all have in our minds an idea of what homeless looks like. Maybe it's the man sitting under the bridge with a long beard and a sign, and in reality, that's not the case. I could become homeless. I see clients every day who, it kind of puts things in perspective. That could happen to anyone at any time. So that course really opened my eyes to what homelessness was about and little did I know I'd be working with that population later on down the line. The online program I would recommend to anyone. I actually did recommend it to a friend who started in September, and she's really enjoying it. I really enjoyed the weekly discussions that we had to do. I think they really pushed me to become a better social worker. Each week we would have to post 1, 2, 3 discussions, and in a class of 25 people, you would have a variety of answers to a question. And for me personally, I would oftentimes not agree with most of what my classmates said, but that didn't mean they were wrong. That just meant they looked at it from a different way. And at the end of the day, that made me grow as a social worker, and I think that's going to help me in the long run. Because I feel that if you can sit down with someone and have a conversation and totally disagree on it, but still walk away from it learning something, that is going to help you. You know, you're gonna come in contact with clients that you're not gonna understand, you know, colleagues that you're not gonna necessarily agree with. But you have to work together to make things better and to do what's right for the clients you serve. So I really just want to say thank you for allowing me to speak today. I really enjoyed my time in this program, and congrats to everyone.
Thanks so much, Jordan and Danny, for your remarks today. That's really added to our ceremony. Thank you so much. Would the Marshal please escort our graduate candidates in the School of Social Work class of 2017 to the platform for hooding. And will our hood? Would the candidates please step forward? Placement of this hood symbolizes completion of the Master of Social Work degree.
I'll say your name. Signa Alexander. Andrea Lynn Barnes. Daniel Joseph Bell. Elizabeth Ann Boaz. Jennifer Marie Connolly. Chantel Marie Cody. Lauren Dembski. Lisa A. DiGiovanni. Alexis Blair Dolan. Ruthie Ernestine Doles. Jennifer Mary Hannock. Anna Marie Holm. Tammy Holman. Bridget Lucille LaRoche. Felicia Lewis. Jordan Matthews. Sarah Faye Olmstead. Michelle L. Paulson. Regina L. Phillips. Daphne Prevel. Megan Elizabeth Ragucci. Cinder Haynes Savage. Olivia Pearl Testa. Luze Suji. Nell Smith Woodworth.
Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Dream big. I know you will all have a rich future." Before we conclude our program, I'd like to make just a couple of announcements. First, I'd like to thank our faculty and staff for being here today, especially Kat Bebo, wherever she is, who makes this all happen for us, Dave Daddiego, who's been doing our IT, and the social work staff as well for being here and making this all possible. We will be having a reception in our alumni hall, which is just down this pathway. It's a beautiful cream-colored old building with the church tower, a bell tower on top. If you walk out this door, there's no steps here. So it may be an easier pathway out. And also when you go to Alumni Hall, and the front steps are also very precarious. So you might want to go around on the side where there's a ramp and you can go in a side door, knowing that it's probably hasn't become sunshine and warm outside. Congratulations to all of you. I'd like to ask our students and guests to be seated, remain seated as we conclude our ceremony and the platform party and faculty recede. Thank you so much.